Hello everyone, I'm here to do another process video in my Chicago album. On this side I have a 4x8, on this side I have a 3x8, and I have a pocket here with sequins. And I actually just did another layout with sequins, and I figured, well, I've got my fuse tool already out, it's heated, why not go in and do the other layout where I know I want to use sequins, which is this one. So I'm going a little out of order. This is St. Clement's, which was very close to where we stayed in Chicago. And as you can see, there's a lot of gold happening here. So I've picked out these. I love this mix. I've used it for lots of different things. It seems perfect for this one. But then I also noticed that there's red in here in the stained glass windows and this lighter blue. So I have picked out these as well. I have red. Here's my blue mix. I've got multiple colors in there. The red is a little unique because look at the shape of these. They're actually squares with grooves in them. This isn't a sequin I would typically use, but I like it for this because of the color, number one. But I think that a different shape adds some nice dimension here. And if you look at the floor, there are some squares happening. Square pattern here, square and grid pattern here. So I think I'm going to mix those together. Try it, see what I think. I've already got my empty container here ready to go. But I'll mix those and then I'll show you the result. I have all of the sequins in here, and so I have my little scooper, and I'm just going to mix it up and see if I feel that's enough. Oops, I lost one there. And here. Get those in there. I do like it. I think it gives good color for this. I'm not quite sure if that's enough, but I will start with that when I'm ready to do the sequins. If I need to add more, I can do that. It's much easier to add more than to take out some if it's too much. So I'll start with this, put that aside for when I'm ready for that part. And then I have to decide what I want to do on these photos. Here I have some dead space down here. Here it's kind of in the middle. I don't know how I feel about having those stacked like that, but I'm not sure I want to cover up anything here. So maybe this one will get left alone and I'll only have something on this side. Who knows? For these layouts, I think I may have found some pieces that will work. I pulled out a bunch of my just ephemera and die cut pieces that I had set aside for Chicago, and I found these two. I have this just red camera. It's a nice semicircle. It mimics what's happening here with these curved arches. And then I found this, which would allow me to stamp something. I could use it at the top here, and I really won't lose anything. I just don't want it to overlap this part. So I could attach it like that and stamp something. I don't know what that would be, but I have plenty of stamps, so that's not a problem. But I think maybe that's all I really need here because I don't want to take away from the loveliness of the photos. And then they're at opposite ends, which I really like. I have a top and a bottom, and it's well balanced. And then because the sequin mix has both of those colors as part of it, in theory, I think it will look good. I really won't know until I put these into the pocket and lay it all out. So I actually think I'm going to do that next. I'm going to try the sequins first before I put these down in the event that I don't like how the color combination looks up here. All right, so I have this laid out and I love the way this looks. Ooh, I just realized I missed one little sequin here. I love the way it looks with these photos, but I almost made a major faux pas. I forgot to look at what's on the other side of this. And whatever sequins I use on this side has to match the other side because it's going to show through. Whew, I got lucky because I have a little red in here, and then I have the same kind of blue mix that's in here, plus of course all the gold, so, and white of course, but I think it's good enough where I don't have to change it. I panicked for a second because I saw this kind of pink down here and I thought, is that going to clash? But I think it will come out all right and be just fine. So now I will lay this out and I will fuse the pocket closed. All right, so I have my tool holding this down here because it's so bumpy I can't lay it flat. So I'm just leaning it up against the side here. And then I have my tool, which has been heating the whole time. It's ready to go. So I just need to create the seal slowly and smoothly across the top. Looks like a good one, but the final test is always to do the shake. All right, so it looks good. And there we have the mix. That's that side. It'll work with the other side as well. That kind of cuts down on what I'll have to do on the other layout when I get to that. And I don't know that I'll film that one because if I'm doing this side, the color scheme at least will be very similar. But now I have this one done, so I can remove my cardboard. And now I can focus on putting on these elements if I still like them. So let's see. I'll have that down there. This up here, do I still like it? I think I do. All right, so I'll take the photo out, attach this. That's very easy. This one I'll attach it. I probably will put a little staple in there just for added comfort to know that it's actually going to stay put. And then I have to figure out what to stamp. I think I have picked out a stamp for this, and I want to stamp before I put it on there because if it's attached and then I screw it up, that's never good. But I have this stamp set that I bought. It's all about actually museum stuff, but I bought it. I've had it for a while here and never used it. If I can get it out of this packaging. It sticks in there. But there is one on here that I think I can use partially. I can't use the whole thing. And I think it's this one that says museum highlight. I just want the part that says highlight. But I can use a marker, hopefully. There's this little thing right there that I'll have to be very careful not to kind of nick the edge of that. But if I take a marker and just highlight the word, highlight, it should fit. When I hold it up there, there's plenty of room in the white space area for that to fit in there. So in theory, it'll come out fine. So I'm going to season the stamp and then I will put it on there and we'll just hope that it all works out. Okay, I've done my stamping. I used my black marker here. This is from Close to My Heart. I've had it forever. And I did a test to see, do I like it with the line underneath the word or not? And I decided I did like it, so I wanted to use it. And the stamping itself came out just fine, but it's a little like not centered. So I think over here, I may try to find a tiny puffy dot and add it on there. But for the most part, I like it. So I will attach it and put it up here like so. I have attached the tab. I did use my mono adhesive on the bottom part, but I still put in a staple just because it looks good and it's extra assurance that it will stay put. But you can clearly tell this is off center. And so I think I do have to go on the search for a dot there. And I'm thinking maybe red just to bring in this so there's more of it on this page. I'm sure I have one somewhere. I just have to find it. When I went into my stash of dots here, I did find this one all by its lonesome. It's red and it's actually glitter. And I think this was from a Christmas set or something I had. I don't know why I stuck it in with these, maybe because the size is similar. But I have one left and I'm going to use that right there. Okay, I've put everything in the page protector. This is how that looks with the dot on there that's a little bit glittery. I hope the camera shows that because it's so pretty. And I'm super happy with that. It's actually happy accident that I was a little off center and then got to add this because I think it needed that red. And this way I have it on both sides. It works with the sequins I used and it all feels cohesive. So here's another one done for Chicago. Thanks for watching.